daddy-daughter date, and this time it's a daddy-daughter double date.
Double.
So I'll get to have double the fun. My girls have insisted that I have to go see the...
Okay, don't listen to him. We did not insist. We said, hey, wait, this is a good movie, and we were playing the soundtrack of The Greatest Showman, and he was like, yeah, we should go see that on a daddy-daughter date. And he was like, how about I take you girls out? And then now he's like, oh my gosh, my girls are forcing me to go see this movie. I am disgusted. You know, no.
I didn't actually say any of that. What I was going to say was that my daughters have insisted that if I'm going to see The Greatest Showman, that I should see it in the theaters.
That's what Mom said.
And not wait for it to come out on Redbox. So, at their advice, I am going to take them to the theater to go see The Greatest Showman. We're doing it on student discount day, so it's a little bit cheaper for our budget.
Because we're cheapos! Woo! We don't pay anything over $10! Woo!
Let me introduce you to my daughter, Phoebe.
Hi!
How would you describe your differences from Noelle?
I'm a lot more, peppy and crazy. So she's like the sweet, cookie, and I'm like that spicy Mexican sauce that you always try to avoid. I'm really a lot more outgoing, but I did take a personality test, and now that, when I was younger, I was 90% extrovert. I did take an extrovert and introvert test, and I am almost half and half of extrovert and introvert.
How would you describe the differences between you and Phoebe?
She's like she said, she's a lot more spunky and energetic, and I have energy, but I am definitely more introverted than she is. I'm a little bit more thoughtful. I take more time to process. Yeah, Phoebe's a little bit more spontaneous. I'm good with spontaneous, I'm flexible, but I'm not usually the one who comes up with the spontaneous ideas. That's Phoebe, and I'm not the one who comes up with the crazy ideas. We do have similarities too.
Yes, similarities.
Yeah. Similarities, me and Phoebe, we both really
Have the same parents.
well, yeah, obviously we both have the same parents.
What are some similarities between you and your sister?
Because I can't
Me
really
and Noelle both have a really, okay, I know Noelle, but people say I have a good sense of humor, and me and Noelle both are
that's true.
funny, and we have a good sense of humor. We love to sing and harmonize and and we're both theater kids.
Yeah.
We're both nerds. I'm an extroverted nerd, and she's an introverted nerd. So, but I'm 50-50.
They come from a long line of nerds.
Yes. And we're both loving, caring, and sweet people. I know she is. I think I am.
They get that from their mother.
And we're both smoking hot, dude. Look at these faces. I think I am.
They get that from their mother.
3, 4. They're so nice. Road, shall we?
All right. Absolutely awesome. Woohoo!
We're dropping off Noelle and then we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. advice would you give to dads
dads about what makes a good daddy-daughter date, and what are some do's and what are some don'ts. What are like, these are terrible, these are things that make daddy-daughter dates like no fun. So far, how would you rate today's daddy-daughter date before we go into that?
It's been exciting. 5 stars, I guess.
5 stars out of 5?
Out of 10.
10, what is that? Okay, so tell us about 10-star daddy dates.
Taking us out to like a fancy like restaurant.
Okay, fancy restaurant.
Not being embarrassing.
Not being embarrassing. So that's
Which you suck at.
That's kind of making this. So without vlogging, this would probably have been a what?
7.
A 7. Okay, so we get -2 for being embarrassing, because vlogging by nature embarrasses teenagers.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
Not asking weird questions like, so, you like any boys lately? You know, like that's weird. If you're just like, so, you know, how's life? Like, what do you like lately? You know, what type of music do you listen to? And then like you also like talk. You're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I used to like this type of music or this band when I was a kid. You know, like kids are all about like just like them not being the only person and not the only one answering questions. Just like actually having a relationship, because like in a relationship you don't go out on a date and just ask like random weird questions. Like,
some good examples of good kind of questions. Like, how's your milkshake?
It's lit, dude.
It's lit, dude.
Like, so, you know, like, what's your favorite song at the moment? Like, and then say, what's a popular song right now?
So maybe a good way to say it would be, take the time to build a friendship with your children.
Yeah.
Even though, as parents,
and if your kid calls you dude, it's not like, oh my gosh.
If my kid calls me dude, I should say I'm not your dude. Because
well, you gotta get out of your comfort zone, bro.
I'm not your bro. I'm your dad. But I love you with all my heart. If you're enjoying these Full Speed blogs, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks a lot.
Like, because a smile can help somebody's day just like get so much better, you know? Although nobody wants to see my smile because I got like a freaking vampire tooth, so. Stop!